Hey, hi all. Welcome to another video. This time that we are going to check on the accounts receivable invoice adjustments. So in the invoice adjustment, we will see the various aspects of invoice adjustment. I'll take you through all the setups and what are the variable options, profile options available for the invoice adjustment. And this will be a series of videos. So first we will see how an invoice adjustment is created, then at invoice level, how we can create an adjustment, and then the approval setup. And there will be subsequent topics related to invoice adjustments as well. So let's go into the application and see how an invoice adjustment is getting created. So I've already logged into an application. First, I'll create a sample invoice. I logged in, clicked on billing, going to create a new transaction. I'm entering the basic details, business one unit as US1 business unit. Transaction source is manual, invoice transaction type is invoice. Transaction number I'm not keying in. Once we complete, it will be automatically generated. In the bill to, I'm using the business world. And the bill to site is auto-populated as Sanos if you want to change it. But I'm not changing because our primary focus is on the invoice adjustment. I'm giving a sample description, say test one, a quantity of one, and a price of $100. Saving the invoice. Okay, we got the transaction numbers automatically generated. This is setup that is there in the transaction source. We have the invoice total as 109 now, and this is like line amount of 100 and a tax amount of 9. Now, suppose there are scenarios where in which the customer is going to pay, say example of $100 only, and they are not going to pay $9. It can be a small amount, or it can be something considerable amount based on the organization policies, right? So we decided, okay, let's leave it off that we will adjust this particular invoice by $9, and we will make the balance as 0. So now if I am going to complete and review this particular invoice, where the invoice is now completed and the balance will be 100 of line amount, 9 of tax, and the total of 109. Suppose there is a scenario where in which the receipt is for $100, right? And then our balances will be a $9 will be there. So if you want to adjust this particular invoice to 9 and bring it 0, that's where we will use this adjustment. I'm not going into the receipt creation part. I'll just quickly show how we will create an invoice adjustment. So in order to create an invoice adjustment, we have to come into our particular transaction and click on actions, manage adjustments. So in this manage adjustments page, we have an option to create. Let's click on create. And we have some fields that we need to enter. So receivable activity. This is a setup wherein which we will refer which account to be used. So behind this particular receivable activity, there is an GL account combination that is entered there, where in which this, when we create this adjustment, the account is getting to hit. Now, in order to get a detailed overview of how the accounting works, let me go to an Excel. So how the accounting entries works, let's see. We'll have the debit and the credit. Now for invoice, we will have receivable account that is getting debited here, 109, and we will have a revenue account that is getting credited here. In our scenario, it will be a revenue of $100, and then there will be a tax which is going to happen for $9. Now this is my balance, right? $109. Now I am going to make an adjustment of say $9 and how the accounting entries. So through adjustment, we can either increase the invoice balance or we can decrease the invoice balance. So if you are giving a positive amount in the invoice adjustment field, that is adjustment amount, it is going to increase the customer balance, or basically we want to get the money from customer. Whereas if you are giving a negative amount, it is nothing but we are reducing the customer balance, so that we are either writing it off. You can say we have functionality of receipt write off. That's another scenario. Now suppose if you are not or adjusting the invoice amount for $9 such that customer don't need to pay. In that case, the accounting entry will be the adjustment activity account. I'll show you this, what is this account, how it is getting populated also. This will be debited for a $9 and your receivable account will get credited for $9. Now, in effect, if you see what is my balance on the receivable account is this $100. We have 109 on the debit side, we have 9 on the credit side. The balance will be a debit side of, and this is what we can, if once the customer pay, apply it so that 100 is also knocked off or bought into the credit side. This is the basic idea of adjustment. Okay. Now going back to the screen. So we selected the receivable activity, and as I said, behind this bag there is a combination, account combination that is set up. So this is that particular distribution that is getting defaulted here. Okay. Now there is adjustment type. Say like line adjustment, we will just select it and we will say minus $9. This is adjustment date, accounting date, and the installment number, all those details. And we can provide an adjustment reason as well, like maybe offset. And if we want any comments, we can add. Adjusting $9 and submit it. Okay, so the adjustment 3148 has been created and the status is of approved. There is an approval mechanism which we will be discussing in another video. So let me post this to Ledger and show you the accounting entries. See, the receivable account got credited and the adjustment account got debited. Now, we'll again go and see. Let me post this accounting entries also to Ledger. This will be of the initial one that we shown in the Excel, 109, 100 of revenue and 9 of tax. Now coming into the balance details, it will be 100 now and 9 is of adjustment. So this is the basic introduction of adjustment. We'll see you soon in the next video. Thank you.